I've uploaded. I wanted to show you guys the GMC Sierra. It's put up in storage right now. Finally got that front wheels on. 20x5 wheels. I'm running the Bridgestone tires, the 175 55 R20s, but I'll put the tire size down below on the description. But in this video, we're gonna go ahead and do the 3.5 drop kit that I had a while back. Just haven't had time to install it, just because I've been kind of concentrating on getting this thing tuned. As you guys seen on that last vid, built my turbo, but I finally did get another turbo that came in a while back. So once I do the drop kit and the gears, we'll go ahead, put the turbo on and take it back to the tuner so you can finish the tune. But other than that, we're gonna go ahead and do the drop kit on this video and show you guys how to do it. So let's get to it. So I took off the bed. It's not necessary to take off your bed. You could do it without removing the bed, but I decided to do so just because I'm gonna be putting the new Posi unit on right after. I'll be running 373 gears, but I'll save that up for another video. Yeah, I decided to go with the flip kit just because I don't want no clapped out ass truck. I don't want to be no Edgar, so it's gonna be a straight race truck. So I'm gonna start jacking up the truck and we'll go from there. All right, guys, it's just like that. Got the wheels off. Man, these are light compared to them ones right there. So now that that's done, got the rear wheels off, we're gonna go ahead and unbolt the shocks. I believe it's a 7/8 or a 22, so you need a socket and a wrench to hold one side while you unscrew the other. All right, y'all, so we got the shocks off. Pretty easy to take off. So now what we'll be doing is we're gonna unbolt these right here, the shackle, bushing. Take these off. I think it's the same size. So go ahead and take those off and go to the next step. So I went ahead and took off the bolts, except that the bolts are on pretty good, so I can't get them out. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbolt the U-bolts to release some of that pressure. Just get some play right there, so that way I can at least take the bolts out. That'll drop the rear end, so I have the jack there kind of holding it, and we'll go from there to the next step. I went ahead and put some PV blasters on the bolts. They're, I believe, the same size, 7/8 or 22. So I had that soaking up overnight, so hopefully they come out pretty easy. I tried using my impact, but that impact sucks. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this and break them loose. So see how it goes. All right, so we got one side off. Did it by hand. Man, it sucks. It's on you. Less than a impact if you got the money. If you're broke like me, fuck, you're gonna have to do it manually. But there it is. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take off this top bolt. Believe it's I don't know what size it is, but I'll let you guys know when I test with the sockets. And then I'm gonna have the jack under the diff, so that way it supports it from falling this way. So let's get to it. All right, guys, so that was a 15mm bolt. Took it off. The only thing is the bolt broke. It was all rusted, so I tried taking it out. To be honest, I don't even know if I had to take that bolt off or not. But we're gonna go ahead and work on the other side now. You can see I still got the 4 right there, 4 U-bolts on. We'll go ahead and take those off to relieve pressure so we can take out that shackle. Also got an impact finally. Now we're talking. This is a Milwaukee. It works a lot better than the Bauer one that I had earlier. So we'll see if we can break these loose with this. If not, I'm gonna have to manually do it and then take them off with impact. So let's go. See if they come out loose like this. Look at that. Beats having to do it with the ratchet and the tube. So there you go, guys. Do not buy Bauer tools. It's all about the Milwaukee. Maybe D-Wall. So now that that's complete, we're gonna go ahead and take off this bolt. It's still hanging on there. Now that I relieve some of that tension, I got some play here to take that bolt out. Go ahead and take the front ones off, the front bolts. Originally, I was gonna move the axle that way and then bring the leaf spring under, but since I don't got another jack to kind of put under that yoke, I don't want to be moving it around, so we'll just take off the leaf spring and just throw it right under. It should be pretty easy. All right, so small problem. This bolt in here is pretty long. We are hitting the gas tank. Let's see if I can get a quick footage of that. That way y'all can see what I'm running into. I don't know if you can see that, but here's the bolt, right? Push it in, see how I can see it. Right here. So bolt's right here. Fuck. The bolt's right here. You can see my finger right there. If we pull it out all the way, it hits the gas tank. So we're gonna either drop the gas tank or get another jack so we can swing the rear end that way. So there's a bolt right there. Don't judge my music, but so I'm gonna have to drop the gas tank down a bit so I can get that out. So here's the new drop that I have. Came with new rear shackles for the leaf springs. Came with the top plate or bottom plate, I believe. It also came with these right here. So those go on the bottom. So I think it also came with the new top plate as well. It's right there, but so there's a new top plate right here. That'll replace the old one that was on top over there. So maybe I did have to take off the bolt, but so there it is, guys. I'll go ahead and put the it was a fairly cheap kit. It ran me like almost 400 bucks. Bought it off Amazon. To be honest, I'm gonna see how it goes. If it rides like shit, then I'll just put a C-notch and do some Caltrax or something. But for sure, Caltrax is on the list. So I previously cut off my exhaust because I didn't really like the way it sounded. It sounded a little too raspy for me. So little did I realize that this thing could two-step. It's two-stepping like crazy, shooting flames. So I decided to put it back on just because all the flames and the gas tank being there. Don't want it to blow myself up. So yeah, took off one leaf spring. The other one I still gotta put back together. And do not take that 15mm bolt off. Do not take it off. I messed up, but that's how you learn. All right, so we went ahead and got it off. Just had to wiggle it out a bit, get it out, maybe lower the tank down a bit. That's what we did. We went ahead and jacked up the rear end all the way up, so it's touching the frame. We're gonna run the leaf springs underneath now, and then put the kit back on. So look at the difference in size of the shackles that was previously on the pickup versus these right here. These are the brand new ones that came with the kit. And these were on the truck when I originally bought it. So look at the difference. All right, so we got the leaf springs under the axles now. Got both sides. Just finishing up that side over there. Got the bolts on. Need to go ahead and tighten them up. Got that stud on, or that bolt on. This is probably an easy way if you don't got two jacks. So if you only got one jack like me, kind of do it like how I'm doing it here. Jack it up all the way. We found a bolt that might work to hold the leaf springs together. So we're gonna go ahead and put this leaf spring back on. Usually it's just a bolt that's like about 4 inches long. Well, on mine at least it is. Could be different for 4x4. But it goes in the middle between all those two leaf springs. And then you got those, like, what are those, shims? Yeah. Some shims in between. Bolt goes up, nut goes on top. Keeps them together. So we're gonna go ahead and put that back on. So this is how it's gonna go, guys. This is the top plate right here. And then that's the other bottom piece right there. Also, when you guys are putting back your shackles, don't tighten everything up yet. You might, I mean, this kit looks like it's pretty close to here, so we'll have to do maybe some little grinding that won't fix anything, but test fit it, see how it is with all the weight. And if it hits, we'll do a little fab work. Just like that, guys. Now time to put all the bolts and see if they fit. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like and how it should look like. So these little inserts should go inside here. We got the U-bolts on. The little bracket that I showed you guys goes on the bottom. And then obviously the top plate right here. Show you guys that. All right, y'all, so we finished the install. Went ahead and bought new shocks because my old shocks were pretty much all the way to the bottom, so I went with these Belltech shocks. I'll show you guys the package. Yeah, they're a little too long, so bought these new shocks. Now we're gonna go ahead and tighten everything up, jack it down, and put the bed back on. So these are the new shocks that I went with. They are Belltech Nitro Drop 2. Got them off of Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below so you guys can pick a set up. But I do recommend, if you don't got aftermarket shocks for a drop, to install some. I was just gonna run with those, but until I seen how maxed out they were, decided maybe just to upgrade those. Might as well. So we'll drop it down, see how it looks. Also, guys, on the bracket on the bottom, there's 2 holes. Make sure you got it on the right hole, and make sure that the bump stops align with the rear end. We had a problem where we put the bottom plate and it was not lining up because we had it on the other hole. So make sure you guys have it on the correct hole because there's 2 holes on the bottom plate. It's pretty low. It's pretty low. If you see the bump stops, it's like literally touching the rear end. So I don't know if this is gonna work out, but we're gonna put the bed on anyway. Previously told you guys that the other shackles I had on, they were a lot brand new. They were like a lot shorter, but it was.
They're right behind you.
Oh shit. They're a lot shorter, but they were rubbing on this piece, and I don't want to grind anything yet, so we just put these back on, and I think it actually made it lower than 5 inches. So we'll put the bed on. We'll see how it looks. I got 4 guys, so we'll be straight. All right, so now that the back's complete, got the bed on already, we're gonna go ahead and jack up the front, take out the wheels, and I'll show you guys what the next step is. I got my springs right here. This will lower the front 3 inches. Go ahead and take off the caliper. There's 2 18s that are holding it in the back. Take that off. Make sure, be careful with the brake line. Hang it up here somewhere, and then we'll go ahead and take off that ABS sensor. I believe this right here, this cable disconnected. All right, so now that we got the caliper off, I got the 2 bolts. They're sitting right there. Those are the 2 18s that were holding the caliper. Kind of came apart, but also took a look at the brake pads. They're pretty good. Look like they're in good shape. Not too bad. So took the rotor off. It's right there. Rotor looks good. It's not warped or anything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect this sensor right here so it doesn't get damaged. To disconnect the sensor, literally just unclip it from right there. You can see some clips holding it in place. We'll unclip those. There's another one right here, and I believe there's the 3rd one right there. So I went ahead and got that out of the way. Pretty much got to pry it up. Some tabs holding it. Oh crap. Some tabs holding it. So make sure you don't break it because I'm pretty good at breaking stuff. You guys saw what happened with that leaf spring bolt over there. So all right, guys, got this out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it on the wheel hub so we don't damage it. Sensor looks pretty good. Just make sure you guys don't break those deals right there. Now we'll go ahead and put some BB Blaster on these, but we'll get this one loose, this one here loose, and then this one here on the bottom loose. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and take this brake line off. That way we can move the caliper over here on this side where it's not disturbing us, and use a bungee cord to hang it up here somewhere so that we don't put stress on this brake line. Okay, so a little trick, you actually don't need to take off your lower control arm. We're just gonna unbolt the shock, lower the control arm. We got a jack underneath the control arm. So I'll save you guys some time. You just keep this piece on right here. I was gonna take the whole hub off, but I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it on. No sense to take it off. Maybe it'll give us more space to take off the coil and the strut if we did have it on or off, but for time's sake, we're just gonna keep it on, see what's up. All right, so to unbolt the strut, you'll need to take off the 2 bolts that are holding it from the bottom. I'll show you guys which ones. The 215s, and then you do the one up top here. You want to put a jack underneath the lower control arm for support. And just like that, we got the spring off. Look at the difference in size. This is the one that was in the pickup, and this is the brand new one right here. So should drop the front 3 inches down. You can see I still got the wheel hub assembly right there. Didn't even have to take it off. The lower control arm, you can leave it on. So now it's the same thing for their side, but we'll show you how to put it on now. Check it out, check it out.
Everything works well. I bought fucking 7 tickets today.
And just like that, it is on. Make sure you guys put that rubber piece that comes off the old spring. Make sure you put it on the new spring. Make sure you guys put everything back together. Still gotta put this sensor on, put the bolt for the brake caliper, but you guys get the idea. So we're gonna go ahead, put that back together. I'm gonna lower the truck, and then I'm gonna show you guys how it looks with the new drop kit. So we'll see how it looks.